Alicia, can we start with you? Can you take us through that race?
Yeah, I mean, Elise and I were just talking, like, when it went out, we were like, all right, it's going to be a fast race, that's perfect, and then turned into a major fartlek. And I mean, by the end of it, like, honestly, I was just tired. Like, there's not much else to say, but definitely, like, learning experience for the future, and, you know, we came and we gave it our best shot.
Were you tempted at all to get towards the front and push it on, or is that silly?
I feel like that indecisiveness was kind of what cost me, because I guess, you know, my best move would have been to make it as hard as possible and, you know, leave some people straggling. So, you know, that's something I can do in the future and something to think about if I were to make the Diamond League final.
So, and Elise, another top 10. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think, I mean, happy with another top 10 finish, but I think definitely disappointed. Like, I think, I don't know, I'm sure Alicia feels the same way. It's like, I think the top finish is like 6th or 7th, and I feel like we just want to keep like cracking in there and cracking in there. And I think when I got the lap to go, I felt really good, and I was like, it's going to come down to a kick, and you feel like I can maybe be top 5 or top 6. So when they just blast the last 300, it very quickly goes from like, you feel like you're in 5th to like, oh shit, I'm in 9th again. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm happy with how I executed that race. I think just more learning experiences. Again, like, I feel like every 5K that I've been in at the Global Championships is fartleky like that, and I feel like I'm getting better at like staying calm when it just like puts a bunch of crap in your legs, just like going and stopping. So yeah, just need to keep working.
Someday we'll put the US on the podium.
Yes. 2 of us in the top. 3 of us in the top.
What do you say about this event that you guys think it's so tough to crack? Because this has been like, I think one of the few events that the US hasn't medaled at.
It's just such a, you need so much speed and so much strength. It's like such a weird in-between distance. So like, I mean, I think we're both in a position of like, we can just keep on getting better every year. And if we can just make the US more and more competitive, it's like, you have to have fun. So
I mean, it's like, you look at it, I was talking to Jerry before, and it's like, between like Faith, Sergey, Safon, it's like you have people running 351, sub 350, so it's like you're not going to run away from them, and they're going to have speed at the end, so it's like figuring out how to at least like match it or be close.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most stacked 5Ks in history.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like adding Faith is it's crazy, yeah.
How do you guys feel like physically after coming back from the 10K? Is this something, should you qualify for 2 teams like in a future meet, is it something you want to keep doing?
Kind of go back to the drawing board to figure it out. Like, I definitely was more tired today than I would have been if I hadn't done the 10K, but that also comes with, like, you know, the people who just won the race also doubled and tripled. So it's just like, honestly, you just have to be so good.
Moral of the story. I mean, I feel like that's what, I feel like even, whatever, like, I forget if it was last year or something when like Safon fell in like the prelims, and it's like, oh well, that takes something out of her for the week 1 of 5, and it's like, no, like, you're so good, so strong. It's like all those rounds, like, you have to bring your A game, whether you double or not.